told you. She totally loves being on camera. Tilly loves Prince. Okay, come on. Are you serious? Come on. Happy Sunday. Paul is so crazy, I swear.
I'm not that crazy.
All right, what is going on, guys? Happy Sunday. Thanks for being with us. You could be anywhere doing anything, but you're hanging out with us. We're hanging out with you.
Callie in the house.
What's up? What's up?
Awesome. Yeah, we are both crazy.
Yeah. We gotta have fun.
Yeah.
We're free. We gotta do
Are you
something.
building under one account together?
Yes, we are.
What's this about? Oh, it's about so many things.
So many things.
If you guys have no idea who we are, you guys want to connect outside of Periscope, you can find our Facebook names on the profile description. But for those of you that do know us, we're glad that you're here. My name is Paul.
I am Lynette. We are holistic health coaches. We're also business industry trainers. The great thing about Paul and I is that we use and implement new Business 2.0 methods. Not to say that the old ways don't work, but we are living in the times of technology and Facebook and social media, and we want to help you change and switch your business so everything shifts. Because we found that many of you have plateaued, or many of you are stuck in your business, and we can help. And we have been. We're on episode 63 or 64. I've lost count.
63 or 4, and we're going to figure that out.
Yeah.
Get that straight. So.
It's because we've done a couple of Periscope punches. We try not to bother you at night, but every single day you will find Paul and I at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, giving you all juicy information. So, hello from South Carolina.
What's up?
64, I think it is. So, we've been doing this for a minute, and we were totally messy in the beginning. We're still messy now. It's okay. We don't care.
We're just trying to give you guys information that hopefully helps, and from the feedback, it looks like it is. So, we're going to go over a few things. Yesterday, we talked about a ton of stuff. Went a little bit long, but it was kind of taking you from A to Z in a process of speaking with somebody in our industry, prospecting them, and then taking them all the way to the enrollment. Now, we talked about it after the enrollment, you know, doing the 14-day talk and sending the welcome email and the welcome video, but we never got into detail about the enrollment process that we use. Now, there are 3 different ways somebody can enroll.
Well, let's start off with a few things, because there's new people on, and I want to make sure that we're giving you lots of information and you kind of know what we're doing, how to implement all of this, because when you start listening to Paul and I, if you've never listened to us before, you're going to get overwhelmed, and that's okay. Paul and I layer everything, and we go over the same stuff a lot. So if you have seen us and been with us, stay with us, because this is your time to listen and to watch us with different eyes, different ears, so that you're able to implement this and train your team, because we want to collaborate with all the leaders so that everybody's on the same page, because we all want to rise together, right? In addition, yesterday we talked about A through Z. Today we're going to be talking about how to use the website, and before Paul kind of goes into this, we want to say this up front. It's just an option. You don't have to do this. You're not required to do this, but we feel that you need to know how to do it, and we're going to teach you how to do it the right way. Okay, so reminder, do you want to go into the other things we want to talk about first before we go into the website? Because the website's really good to grab a pen and a piece of paper, but we also want to make sure that you guys are implementing this too, right? So we want to talk about...
Yes.
Well, I don't want to let the other guys feel left out. So if you own your own business, franchise, or if you were also in another network marketing company, that's okay. You can still stay with us. We're going to give you amazing tips as well. But I want you guys to know, if you're in my company, do you know what this is? Amazing stuff, organic coffee, right? Do you know what that means?
It means...
Anybody? Anybody? Because when I see this bag every morning, I smell money. I smell money $42 billion. Did you know that the coffee industry is $42 billion?
Yeah, just here, just in North America.
So, your homework, after we finish all this, after we teach you how to use the website, your homework for today is to teach about coffee. I don't care if you don't drink coffee. I don't care if you've never tried the coffee, but you can teach about our coffee in the product page. 42 billion.
Guys, why are we talking about that? If you don't drink coffee, why would you teach about it? Because people on your team do drink coffee, and this business is about not only people but moving product, creating
teach
volume.
About the trace minerals and the green extract and the coconut oil. Have y'all tried this? It's so smooth.
Oh, it's legit.
I love it.
I drink it with nothing in it except for 2 squares of Isodelites.
Isn't that cool?
And it's totally legit. So I see a few people saying that we should keep going through the entire 90-day game plan, which officially for our company starts tomorrow. Although we've been kind of in it here for a minute now. We're going to have to play that one by ear.
Because remember, we're on, episode 64, but Paul and I promised, and we are committed to be with you for 90 days. And the only reason that we're doing this for you is so that you can see how consistent we are and how consistent you need to be. Not by watching Periscope, but just the word, write this down, consistency. That is the key to success. Just being consistent with something. So.
Yeah. What we talk about is not necessarily fun, exciting,
not sexy.
Sometimes it's boring. Sometimes we try to make it not boring, but the actual work could be boring and monotonous and a little bit, kind of frustrating in that, I'm doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. But that's the whole point. That's how you create something. You stay consistent with the same basic stuff for a certain amount of time, and then the results will show up.
The results are super sexy. That's what we're striving for.
Yeah, so the work isn't necessarily sexy, but the results sure are, and we've seen that with our business partners, we've seen that with our team, and it's really fun to see that happen.
Because I want you guys to understand this part. I put this in my business page, and I want all of you to understand this too, that you cannot fail unless you quit or if you are quiet. You cannot fail this business. You cannot fail in this industry unless you quit or if you are quiet. So those that are quiet, we're going to shake some feathers and get you to be unquiet.
What does that mean if you're quiet? That means you're not posting enough.
You're
you're not plugging into your upline or the tools. You're not showing up for meetings that are around your area, or you're not going to the major events. You're
doing everything by yourself. Remember, solo is a no-go. You must involve yourself with a team.
Yeah.
You have to. You can't do this by yourself. Many of you are still trying and you're struggling because you're doing everything by yourself. You're posting by yourself. You're going to things by yourself. You're doing everything by yourself. You're on Periscope by yourself. You didn't even invite your team to our Periscope episode. So stop doing everything by yourself. Everything is team oriented.
Somebody said, don't verbal vomit loudly. Just be excited loudly. So, let people know that you have something going on. If nobody knows what you're doing, then you can't create a prospect into a business partner.
Please show them this. Okay, really quick. This is what we have to go through every day.
This is what she does.
She's upside down. Big old tummy. She needs osteogenics. Oh, okay. Back to the show. Back to the show.
Enough. She yelled at us.
Okay. So I've been quiet today. I will people to the front page. No, this is not a pyramid scam. Stay with us.
I don't know. People who talk about pyramid scams are funny because you just don't know, or you're stuck in the 80s. So it's one or the other. But if you stay with us, we're more than happy to show you what it's all about. Most people have no idea what we do, and they think that they do.
Yes.
So, if you want to connect with us outside of here, go to our Facebook pages.
Okay, so really quick, Paul taught me an awesome trick. I read this entire book yesterday.
What?
Check this out. This is really, really cool. I read this entire book in 20 minutes. 3 times. I read this book 3 times yesterday in 20 minutes.
Guys,
it's called speed reading.
Yeah, so there's a few things, and we've done an episode early on accelerated learning techniques, so I won't get as detailed in this, but it's helpful because what she came out of this with was that she could get through an entire book take out the concepts that are relevant to her today, in this time in her life, and then apply that right now, starting right now.
So I get really anxious about reading a book because did you know that you're not supposed to read a book slow, word by word, page by page? And that's why I never wanted to pick up this book, because it's pretty thick. It's like 400 pages, and I was like, I don't have time for this.
Well, see, the thing is, when we're taught to read, we're taught to read each and every word. We need to get over the lie that we need to read every word in every book, or we don't gain a benefit from it. Now, there are certain reasons to read every word in every book. That would be in maybe a story context, or something that the writer writes in a way that's very poetic and artistic, and you want to kind of gain.
This is different than audiobooks. Audiobooks are completely different. You must read a physical book. This is Success Principles by Jack Canfield.
Yeah. So just so you guys know, this book here is just over 500 pages.
Oh,
so,
500, yeah.
So she read that yesterday. But when we're saying reading, we're going to redefine reading real quick, and we're not going to spend too much time on this. But I want you to grasp the idea. You can go look these things up on your own. But there's a few accelerated learning techniques that I put in practice for many, many, many years now. And we're going to do a little challenge here just for ourselves.
We are?
I don't know if you guys
does this to me on the spot. Yeah. We're doing a challenge.
But this is the technique that I've been using for over a decade now. It's called photo reading.
So he taught me how to photo read this entire book yesterday.
It's actually, it's a book that teaches you how to read.
Now, he's been trying to teach me this for about a month, and I'm like, I can't do it because my mind is like very, you know, I'm a professional student. Remember, I was in medical school in my 3rd year. I quit medical school, so that's all that I know how to do is read things slowly with the highlighter. Yeah, so this was really difficult for me to do this, but it's so cool.
So guys, keep in mind, when we try to create a new habit, it's going to get a little uncomfortable, number 1. It's going to feel like it's not working, number 2. And then number 3 is detach yourself from the outcome of reading, because most people go into it with the wrong thing in mind. So
the person who asked, how do you address too expensive, we addressed that yesterday.
Oh yeah,
and we also addressed it the other day on anticipating objections, so you probably missed that Periscope, but we'll go over it, okay? Yeah.
What's Paul's background, Lynette? I heard you say medical school. I read the same way. My background is incredible. I have a very varied background, so it depends on when you caught me in my life. But if you caught me right before our current endeavor in Isogenics, I was a world-class, high-powered, corner office telemarketing professional.
Really? You get like $10 an hour working.
I sat in a cubicle for $10 an hour. Well, $12 an hour, but
oh, 12. Okay, you got a 35-cent raise. We're so happy.
Yeah. So my qualifications didn't look that good on paper. However, I have a lot of experience in health and fitness over the last 20 years.
That's the more impressive
worked at gyms, personal training, started my own, fitness things over the years. Anyway, that being said, I have a lot of different experiences. I'm just thankful this one came along and changed our life.
So photo reading real quick.
So real quick, photo reading. We're going to go over this real quick. It consists of 5 different steps. You guys can just Google it, and there's plenty of videos that teach you how to do it. You can actually get the course, and you can buy the book. So it's super easy. But I'm just going to go through it real quick here on the actual book. So
try this. This is so freaking amazing. I mean, I'm addicted to it, because now, starting today, I'm doing 30 books in 30 days.
Oh, that's
doing the photo reading, speed reading technique.
Yeah.
30 books in 30 days. This is book 1.
So the cool thing is, she read that book in about 20 minutes yesterday, but the more she does it, the better she'll get. So it'll take about 10 minutes after she gets in the swing of things. On any book, anywhere from 300 to 500 pages, you can get through it in about 10 minutes. So real quick, I'm just going to go through the steps. There's something called preparing. This is getting your mind in a state in which you're ready to learn. There's a few techniques that you'll learn by watching the videos on how to photo read, so please look into that. The creator is somebody by the name of Paul Scheele, S-C-H-E-E-L-E, so you can look him up as well. Learning Strategies Corporation, I think, is his main company. But the first step is preparing, getting your mind in a state of learning. using certain techniques like putting the tangerine on the back of your head.
How to talk to strangers. We do the 4 F's. Stay with us. All these questions, we've already had amazing, amazing episodes, so stay with us. We're going to cover how to talk to strangers, the 4 F's.
Yeah, and number 2 is previewing a book. Previewing a book is looking at the front cover, reading what's on the front cover, reading what's on the back, looking inside on the table of contents. If it's a hardcover, it usually has a jacket in there, so you'll have some text inside the jacket. And then previewing a book is literally flipping through the pages about this quick, right? Looking at all the bolded words and the titles and things that pop out at you right away, because they're designed to do that, right? So this should take about 2 to 3 minutes tops. 3 minutes if you're new, 1 minute if you're schooled at this. You can move pretty quick in this. During that preview, in photo reading, they teach you to write down anywhere from 10 to 20 things that maybe has jumped out at you and is relevant to you.
So don't do a Kindle. It's got to be a hard, old school book.
Now, it's best to learn on a book, actual physical book.
Start there first.
I have moved into digital books, and there's a way to do that a little bit differently. It's the same concept, but it's a little different. So
real quick, before I started yesterday, I prepared my mind and just sat for like 2 minutes. What did I want to get out of this book?
So you got to set a goal for the book.
I got to set a goal that, since it was from Jack Canfield, and since I saw him at Amplified Leadership in Vegas, I wanted to make sure, because he covered many of these principles, that perhaps maybe while I was learning through this book quickly, that something would pop out from Amplified Leadership. Anything else that I needed to know, I'm setting the intention that I wanted it to be known to me. So I'm setting the intention first. I quickly look at the front page, quickly look over the back page, and then quickly look at the table of contents. I'm doing this really quickly. And then page by page, it's almost like you're absorbing it subconsciously, because your brain doesn't work like you think that it works. And now I'm just going this really quickly, and it looks like I'm not doing anything, but if something catches my eyes, I may read just a quick paragraph, kind of looking at the bold subtitles. And I'm just quickly going through this. Sometimes I would take a little, since this was my first time, I was a little bit slower, but I would look at the thing and I would read just a little bit, kind of get an idea, because things will start to pop out. Most things that are in the book is all fluff anyway. It's mostly all fluff. So you want to get to the nitty gritty. You want to get to the good content stuff that's in here.
Now here's something to keep in mind when you're reading. In any book that you're learning from, typically there's only about 1 or 2 key, maybe 3 key ideas in each book. And those are the ones that are relevant to you. So for example, Lynette read that book, Success Principles, and what stands out for her is relevant to her because of where she's at in her life. If I read the book, what stands out for me will be different, probably, because of the way that I think and where I'm at in my life. So different things will ring true for different people, but ultimately it's about anywhere from 1 to 3 key concepts per book, and you're just looking for that 1 or 2 things while you're going to the book. That's why when those things pop out, you want to make a note of it in your head or on paper, okay?
Now, some books don't really work this way, especially if you're reading a novel. You might want to take your leisurely time and read something like that, but like a success-driven book with lots of chapters, that works really well. But the whole idea is you want to, at least with, what's his name, Ty?
Oh, Ty Lopez has a good video on how to read a book in 10 minutes.
Do you guys know who Ty Lopez is? He's a brilliant man.
He's famous for his reading a book a day video that's been out there for a long time now. But he has thousands and thousands of books. He reads a book a day. He does pretty much what photo reading is, except for he actually doesn't do that physical photo reading. I'm going to tell you what that is in a second. But everything else he does, it's all the same stuff. So he'll tell you about the lies of reading that we're taught and how we're conditioned to get through a book, and that should be broken. So
I wish I would have known this while I was in medical school. It would have helped me so much. But anyway.
So number 1 is prepare. Number 2 is preview, like she just described. Number 3 is photo reading. It's actually the physical act of photo reading. And then you enter into something called photo focus. It's basically you're staring through the book. The words will look a little bit blurry. You won't actually pick up anything consciously. You'll think you're wasting your time. But if that's the case,
oh my God,
you're doing it right. When you look through the middle of the book, through the binding. You're going to stare through the book, through the middle. When you do that and you're in proper photo focus, you'll see a doubling effect here. Okay?
So you're staring right here in the middle. So it's almost like your vision goes from this corner to this corner, from this corner to this corner. So when you're flipping each page quickly, swiftly, you're staring right here in the...
Yeah. You're staring right in the middle, but you're being conscious of the corners of the book so you can pick up the entire picture.
Your brain is picking everything up. It's so weird.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be uncomfortable for you because I was like, Paul, this is not working. He's like, keep doing it. And I was like, okay, I keep doing it.
So then after you photo read, there's something called activating. Activating is starting to retrieve the stuff that's relevant to you, those 1 or 2 key ideas. Now, I saw somebody comment at the bottom that they enjoy reading and they don't like to rush reading. That's okay. You're gonna read in whatever style that you want. For those of us that want to get through many books and pick up several key ideas over the week, over the month, this would be for you. So, like I said at the beginning, there's reasons to read books slow. Robert Greene is one of my favorite authors, and he tends to write very artistically and poetically. So I enjoy slowing down, reading in a conventional way, the majority of his books. But there are portions of the book that I'll photo read through. So
I also want to say this, that had I not tried the photo reading, speed reading yesterday, I would have never gotten anything out of this book. So I understand what you're saying. So, you know, because we do, some of us like to read at our leisure and really pick up every single word. That's okay. But for the time being, especially with us being so overwhelmed with so many things in life, at least I picked up anywhere from 10 to 15 tips in this book yesterday in 20 minutes than I would have ever done, because I would have never picked this book up because I'm just so busy right now and I'm reading another book.
No.
So at least I got something out of this, and I promise you, over 30 days, with me reading 30 books in 30 days, I will pick up more information over those 30 books than I would by just reading one book in 30 days.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
So, you know, how much more benefit will she get by picking up 30 key ideas? If she just got one thing from each book, she got 30 key ideas she can implement starting the day she took that out of the book, and then she can continue on with her life. Whereas if somebody reads one book a month, they can pull out maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 ideas out of a book for the entire month. But she's almost 5 times the ideas that have come out of other books.
I was mind blown, and I'll go back and I can even write quick notes about what I picked up in this book. But I'm not going to spend all my time 30 days. I mean, 30 days reading this one book. I'm going to take 20 minutes, get what I can out of this book, and go to my next book.
No,
okay, we got to get to the website, but go ahead.
Yeah, and then the last step is called rapid reading. So this would be something you do about 20 minutes later, where you want to what's called skittering and dipping. You can find that
cool. Yeah, you showed me that
on the website, but or on the videos that are out there on how to photo read. But that's a very general overview, you guys. I think you'll find it very useful because in the world that we live in today, it's the information age. We know that. So the more that we can consume information and apply it, the better off we'll get. So, you know, read the books you want to read slowly for that reason, and then add some other books into your life to pick up key points.
And when I do have time, I'll go back and read this slowly. But for right now, we're in a 90-day game plan. I want to get and absorb as much information as I can as an entrepreneur, and this is one of the most efficient and effective ways to get whatever information I can out of this book. Because I promise you, when I pick this book up at another time and try to speed read it again, new information will pop out.
Yep.
Okay, so you got to learn to trust your intuition, and whatever intuitively that you need to know, it will be absorbed subconsciously, the things that you need to know. Yeah. Pretty cool.
So that was a quick overview of just one accelerated learning technique called photo reading. Some people call it speed reading, call it whatever you want, but it does work, and you would probably be better off for it. So now we move on to...
No, there is not a way to see Periscopes. Periscope is only 24 hours, so you got to...
Somebody brought to my attention some app out there, so I'm going to look into that. I'm not sure what it's about, but as far for right now, we haven't recorded anything. So
well, there's a reason. There is a reason. There is a method behind our madness why we don't record, because it's a sense of urgency. When other leaders do a conference call, they do their conference call every Monday night at 6 p.m. Every Monday night at 6 p.m. and you're on that call because it's consistent. It's every Monday at 6 o'clock. Paul and I have given you ample information every single day over the next 90 days. We're on episode 64 again. And essentially that's almost, how much do we, like a year and a half worth of information that we've given to you literally in 64 days. So we've condensed it, but we also want to add a little bit of urgency because we want our team to get on our Periscope, get this information so they can start applying it immediately into this 90-day game plan, because there's no reason why, if it was recorded, then because I'm just the same way. We get a little lazy.
We might get around to watching it.
We might get around to watching it later, and it's on YouTube. It's over there. This keeps us consistent and accountable that every day we're doing this information. Get it, apply it, and get on with life. Okay, so 24-hour replay only, guys. Sorry. But with that said, we're going to teach you how to use the website. Now, I know many of you are hesitant about doing this, and that's okay. We just want to say this: have an open mind and an open heart, and just listen to what we have to say, because there are 3 ways that you can enroll an individual.
There's another way to listen to or watch the Periscope. That's through our Twitter account. You can hit the link there and go to it. Watch on your computer.
For replays, it's much more smoother if you do not use the mobile app and go to the computer and go to Twitter, find Global Executives, and the replay is much more smoother. With that said, there are 3 ways that you can enroll someone. That is with and through customer service. You can manually enroll them, or you can use your website. 3 different ways, and we think as business owners and CEOs of your company that you must know these 3 ways. Because eventually one of these days you're going to have to learn.
You're going to have to do all 3 of them eventually.
So Paul and I, we've been in the business for 16 months. We've enrolled close to 60 people, and we've only used we've only manually enrolled my 74-year-old Filipino mother and Gloria. That's it. Everybody else?
And Gloria, because she was on vacation.
Gloria was just on vacation. Mom can barely speak English and use the computer, so I helped my mom enroll. But other than that, we've always used our website. And many of you are thinking, I thought we wasn't supposed to use the website. Well,
you do what you have to do when you have to do it, and this kind of came out of a necessity. At one point in our career over the last 16, 17 months, we were without phones, we were without internet, we were without a lot of things, and we had to figure out how to do this. So, but that's a whole nother story. We'll talk about that in detail later.
So we've mastered how to use the website correctly, and it's worked very smoothly for us. And some of you are struggling on how to use it, or perhaps you're not using it the correct way, because there is a wrong way to use it, and there is a wrong way when to show your website. Because Paul and I, nobody even knows that we have the website. Nobody knows it. So you only would use your website when somebody is ready to rock and roll. When they give you the absolute 100% confirmation that they're ready to enroll, that is when and only when somebody ever sees my website. I never post it on Facebook. I never post it on another website. I never post it in my product page. Nobody even knows I even have it.
Yep.
So that is key number 1. Nobody should know that you have a website unless they are ready to 100%. They're ready to enroll.
So even if they ask us, hey, do you guys, like when we're talking to somebody initially, they're like, hey, do you have a website? We tell them no. Because in the way that they're asking, what they're asking for, we don't have that conventional type of a website. The website that we have is used for something completely different and very specific.
It's not to go shopping. It's not like other network marketing companies, or you're like Amazon, you're trying to go shopping back there. That's not what the website is used for. So you don't want anybody to ever use the website in that way. The reason we love using the website is that it helps leverage our time, because isn't what this is about? You want to leverage your time. And sometimes, we are all so busy, either we are going to school, or we have many children, 5, 6 children, or we've got a full-time job. We can't always, right then and there, sit down with someone belly to belly and walk them through it. We don't have time, and so using and utilizing the website actually helps leverage your time as long as you do it correctly.
Yeah, how wonderful would it be for you to be living your life, but you've set somebody up in a way where they can go enroll themselves, buy the product packs that they need that fit their needs the best, and you get a notification on your phone saying, wow,
they did it all
my
by themselves.
Business just grew and they're ready to go. That is what we're talking about. We're talking about making it easier on your life and also duplicating that for your team.
Yeah.
So when we're talking about enrolling somebody via customer service, that's easy. You just call them, go through the information, and they're good. We're talking about manually enrolling them. We're talking about taking down their information, inputting it into the computer, like I'm sure a lot of you have. Clicking that enroll new member here button in your own back office and getting it done that way. Now, when we're talking about using the website, the ball is in their court. Everything is in their court, but you have to set it up in a way that you're basically guiding them through the maze so that the outcome is what you desire and what helps them the best set themselves up for success.
Now, here's the deal. You want to always give your prospect the power. Many of you are coming up with objections because you take their power away. They don't want to give you their social security number. They don't want to do auto ship. I don't want to keep ordering this stuff every month. How much does this stuff cost? None of that. When you start hearing those words, you've taken their power away. So what your job is to give it back to them. And that's why we love using the website, because we give the power back to them, because they get to make the ultimate choice. They get to put their social security number in. We get to walk them through the auto ship. We get to tell them all the benefits. Plus, we set them up for success. So,
is it still wholesale pricing? Yes, it is.
Yes.
We teach them how to choose that as the option. And it's all in the steps that we're going to go ahead and give you.
So let me bust out the whiteboard, because there are rules to do this, and I want to make sure that you guys...
Yes, there are specific things you do not want to do and that you do need to do to make it work.
You need to know this, okay? So if you were in another company, this may not apply to you, because I'm not sure how your back office works, but if you're in our company, this is how it would go.
Oh, here, let me move this up.
That's right. Number one, you're responsible. You, the leader, are responsible for how the website and web link works. Again, this is only an option. I know you've been taught not to use the website. That's why Paul and I are showing you how we've done it successfully. What is Troy? I don't know what Troy means. It's just an option for you if you'd like to try it to see how it works. Because again, you're going to need to know how to do this, because if the opportunity comes up, somebody wants to enroll themselves, you need to know how to do it. You as the leader will be responsible whether they go on your right team or left team, and I'll show you how to do that. You're going to need to set all price points to off. Never ever show your price, because you will be walking your prospect through everything prior to the website. You should already have the conversation with them. You should have already been on the phone with them, walking them through everything, how much things cost. When they're ready to go, this is when you ask them, would you like customer service to set you up? Would you like me to help set you up because I can do it for you? Or would you like to do it yourself through the website? Either, whatever you choose, all of it's easy, and I'm going to be right there with you.
So guys, keep in mind, she's giving them the option, right? Because the power is going to be in their court. So she gives them the option of doing it this way, that way, or this way. And then they tend to choose, I'll just enroll myself on the website.
9 times out of 10, they usually do that.
Yeah, because they want it. They want to do it themselves. They want to experience it themselves. They want the power in their hands.
Okay, does that make sense? So I'm giving them choices first. It makes them feel empowered when I ask them, do you want customer service to get you started? Would you like me to help you get you started? Because I'll help you enter everything into the computer, and we can be on the phone and I'll walk you through everything. Or we'll do this together. Or, at your leisure, would you like to do this yourself, and I'll give you my website. But I'm giving them the choice. Does that make sense? Put the power back into their hands and let them decide how they want to do this. Again, you are responsible for everything. So you can't blame the computer. You can't blame the company. It is you. You are responsible on how everything works, how everything is set up, and how you set your prospect up for success or not.
How you guide them through this process.
Again, this is just an option for you. If you don't like to do this, all of this makes you uncomfortable, then just disregard it and just continue to do it your way, if you like to do it the manual way. Now, here's where it gets messed up for most people, because they forget that they need to be in charge and responsible whether they go on your right sales team or your left sales team. So when you get off Periscope today, I want you to go into your back office and I want you to go to My Account. You can find My Account at the very top of the back office. And I want you to scroll down until you see Placement and Compensation. And there will be an Edit button.
Thanks for the hearts, guys.
Thank you. Again, when you log into your back office, I want you to go to My Account, which is at the very top. Scroll down until you see Placement and Compensation. And you will hit the Edit button. From there, you will see either left sales team or right sales team. I did not say minor or major. I said left sales team or right sales team.
Okay, there is an option for minor sales team, but we're talking about left and right. That's all should be our concern from this point forward.
Okay, so when someone is ready to enroll, before someone ever gets your website, please make sure that you set the computer up where you need them to go left or right. That's your responsibility. That's first and foremost, okay? Perfect. And then you're going to switch back and forth as you go, because remember, you need to build two sexy legs, and you want to go left, right, left, right. Okay, so with that said, I want to make sure that you understand that when you set somebody up for success, that you're having a conversation with them before. I mean, if somebody goes, I'm ready to enroll, you don't just give them their website and then let them do it all by themselves. You need to be right there with them. You need to be, because you need to make sure that you're next to a computer or you have your phone, because they're probably most likely going to text you or message you, and you need to walk them through it.
That's okay.
So are you just switching it every person? Yes. Yes.
Back and forth.
Just making sure that I'm trying to just think everything that I need to say to you to make sure that I'm not missing, because there's some key points. Before you set anybody up, before you give them your website, you're having a conversation with them. You are connecting with them. You're finding out their goals. You're finding out their why. You're finding out their budget. You're still doing all of those things that you're told to do. When you give them the website, you want to make sure that you give the control back to them. So you want to instruct them how to do this. When they go to your website, they need to click on Sign Up and Save, the blue button at the top. So I'm instructing them to do this. Once I give you my website, I want you to click on Sign Up and Save, which is the blue button at the top. From there, you okay? From there, I need this back. So I want you guys to write this part down.
I'm sorry, real quick correction.
Sorry.
It's a green button. Sign up and save.
Sorry, yeah, green, green,
so
green, not blue, green.
In the top right.
So I'm telling them, once you go to my website, I want you to click up the green button at the top that says Sign Up and Save. Sign up and save. This is important because you want them to open up their own wholesale account. Sign up and save. I want you to say yes to AutoShip. Say yes to AutoShip. Don't worry, you're going to have 100% complete control. Nothing is permanent. You have control of this. Because you're going to save money on your initial order, all the way up to, I think it's 33% off of retail. This is why you want them to do that. I'm instructing them to say yes to AutoShip. Don't worry, nothing's permanent. You have 100% complete control, right? Nothing's permanent, but you're going to save money on your initial order. That's why I want you to do this. I'm telling them this, or I'm writing it out to them. From there, I want them to enter all of their information in, and they will. They'll put their social security in. They're going to say yes to AutoShip because they're instructed to do so. They're going to enter all their information in, and they're going to choose their system or pack that you guided them to choose.
So this is all this.
You've already had this conversation prior to giving their website. Remember,
yes.
You found out their goals. You found out which product pack that they want to jump on with. So you help and guide them to choose that pack. From there, you're going to confirm AutoShip. You're going to confirm AutoShip, and usually what I tell them to do, right, because again, they have 100% complete control, they can put a canister of shake back there, or maybe if they'd like to do one of the customized 30-day systems, they can do that. One of the best things to do is to make sure they get on one of the foundational products of just the canister of shake and vitamins. But I want you to go ahead and just put the canister of shake into the AutoShip and bypass the AutoShip feature. because you're not going to be billed today. You're not going to be billed today, and then you're going to click done, and that's it. Make this simple for them. You're going to give them other tips and tricks if you like when they set everything up. Some helpful tips that I like to give them is to make sure they click on the wholesale. It's a link or a drop down. It's a wholesale drop down link. So I want to make sure that when you're going through the process, make sure you hit the wholesale drop down link, not resell, because resell is usually for business owners or for physicians who are going to be selling Isagenix in their business office. Don't click resell. I want you to hit the wholesale drop down. So you're instructing them to do that. I like to tell them to choose Liquid Ionic Supreme and Liquid Cleanse for Life. That's just my personal opinion. What else is back there that they need to know?
Choose.
Oh, and another tip is to not hang out in the back office for too long, just because of your browser security measures. They don't want to keep your credit card information and all your private information too long. So don't go back there and hang out in the back office really quick. So you need to instruct them to not spend so much time in the back office. I think some of you probably know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yes, 29-day auto ship. Some of you probably know that it'll kick you out if you're back there hanging out too long. So let them know there's a security measure on their browser to not be in the back office for too long. Get what they need to get on with life. Yes, 29 days for auto ship. So I tell people to put a reminder in phone for auto ship. I usually do a courtesy check for my first timers, but you can do that too.
About a week out before their auto ship comes up. But so real quick, we're just going to run through it real smooth, real simple. You're going to have the conversation about which pack to choose. You're going to go through all that information. What are your goals? Okay, this is the best fit for you. You've already had to talk about the price and all that stuff.
What's affordable for their budget?
Yeah.
Right?
So then they're like, okay, I'm ready. What do I do next? Okay, this is what you do next. Go to my website. Choose the green sign up and save button on the top right. Click yes for auto ship. Nothing's permanent. You can change any time and it'll save you money. And then enter all your required information. I like to choose the Liquid Ionics and Liquid Cleanse. Be sure to choose the wholesale option so you get the discounted rate. And then
why do I prefer? Go ahead.
Oh, and then confirm your auto ship, and then you're done.
So why do I prefer this method? Because Paul and I have our entire organization in Canada, Texas, Chicago, East Coast, and LA. We have them everywhere, and I can't get belly to belly with them. And when I sit down with them and I'm talking, or I'm on the phone with them, or we're chatting back and forth, I love to give them options. And I ask them, do you want customer service to help get you started? Would you like me to get all of your information and I'll manually enroll you yourself, or would you like to do it yourself through my website? And 9 times out of 10, they usually pick the website, just because it's the name, the day and age. Everybody is doing their own things on Amazon and other things on their own on other websites. So this is nothing new to them.
It's no big deal.
It's no big deal. If you don't make it a big deal, then it's not a big deal. I don't get Social Security objections at all, because I'm instructing them to say yes to auto ship, put all of your information in. Nothing is permanent. Everything is, you have 100% complete control. So when you instruct them to do this, you're planting seeds of success. You're planting seeds of having a great experience through this, and there's no objections. I never have them at all.
So someone said, how do you turn the price points off on your website? There is, if you go to manage my website under your back office option, you can go down, scroll down, it says price points, and then just click that to off. So it's pretty simple. They won't show up.
Okay, so
now typically we've done this mostly over text or chat. So this has all been in text or chat. Occasionally we'll give them the instructions over the phone, but that's very occasionally. But again, like Lynette said, give them the option, right? And then be there for them. Because they do have questions, and that's okay. But if they understand that they can do this themselves, then they feel more empowered that they're in control of their auto ship, they're in control of their ordering, they're in control of everything that has to do with Isagenix. Whereas if you do it, then now it becomes a mystery. I don't know what the back office is. I don't know where my account can be accessed from.
Yes, you do have to change your placement every time you enroll. Yes, if you need to do that.
Yeah. So, keep in mind what's going on psychologically with them when they're doing it themselves as opposed to you doing it. This is just an option, guys. That's why we started this off.
No, we're not talking about price points and BV. When somebody goes to your website, you have a choice to show how much a pack costs or not. And I'm telling you to not show them the price of the pack, because when they see how much a pack costs, it's a psychological, whoa, I can't afford that, or I'm changing my mind. They're going through all this psychological stuff. So just turn the price points off, because you've already had this conversation with them prior to getting their website. So you actually put the stuff in their auto ship rather than using the try once?
Yes, you set up a real auto ship with real products in their auto ship.
I never use the Make-A-Wish Foundation for auto ship. Stop doing that. Please stop doing that, because you need business volume to run through your business. This is how your business is being ran, right? And if you tell everybody to put $1 for Make-A-Wish Foundation into auto ship, can you imagine how much that is being duplicated in your downline?
And guess how much volume you have running through auto ship is zero.
Auto ship is the bloodline to your business, and it's the most amazing thing that we can do for ourselves and for our business. I think auto ship is an amazing thing. You save money. It's so convenient. There's so many great things attached with it. So don't be afraid of auto ship, and as long as you don't have that energy that you're afraid of it, they won't either. Okay.
So
thank God, you guys. I've been trained to do what? What have you been trained to do?
Do the dollar thing.
Oh God, no! Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Okay. So I mean, what I like to do is just, since they're brand new, is just put a canister of shake in the auto ship, or maybe some of your favorite products, maybe canister of shake in the vitamins. Definitely put that in your auto ship just to bypass the auto ship feature, and then you can go ahead and check out, and then you're done, good to go. So that's it. So no more dollar.
So guys, keep in mind what you're trying to do. You're trying to create a residual income, and you're also teaching them that this is a possibility for them. But if nobody's moving product in a residual way, then you're kind of working against yourself. So be sure to not be scared about setting someone up for success. Because a lot of people think, well, I've already asked them to purchase this pack, that should be enough, and now they're going to see auto ship, and I'm overwhelmed that they're going to get overwhelmed. No. That's crazy train in your head. We need to manage that emotion and that thought. Get it out of your thought. You make it no big deal, it becomes no big deal. No one has a problem with that. Nobody.
I'm confused about the left and right sides. Can you explain that one more time? Yes. I want you to go to your back office. I want you to log in. And at the very top of your back office, it'll say My Account. Let me show you this.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, you're 100% responsible for this. Go to your back office and go to My Account. It's at the very top. I want you to scroll down until you see Placement and Compensation. There will be an Edit key, and you can then now choose Left or Right Sales Team. And once you set that up, once your new prospect enrolls, it'll either go to the right or the left sales team. The computer will do that for you.
So real quick, guys, I just want to go over this one more time.
Because it's really important that you understand how to do the website, but you need to do it correctly, and you only need to show somebody your website when they're ready to enroll. I've seen people show their website on their Facebook page, or they do it beforehand. I mean, in the midst of all of this, you're still in the product page teaching them about the products. This is key. If people don't know how to use the website, it's because you still don't know how to post and teach about products in the product page. Because trust me, once they enroll, once they get on the website and once they enroll, then you're thinking, well, how do I teach them about auto ship? You're teaching them about auto ship because you're still posting in the product page about what to put in the product in their auto ship. And you're teaching them about all the amazing other products that you're using that they can put on auto ship. Does that make sense? So you have to post and you still have to teach, because that is what's going to help your prospects put things in their auto ship so they can try it. Okay, coach, yes.
For example, we just talked about the coffee earlier. I would take a picture with my coffee in the morning. Love this stuff, can't get enough of it. That's why it's always on my auto ship every month. Right? It drops the seed of auto ship for the new person looking. Yes. It's just that simple, guys. It's not rocket science. This is super easy stuff. I do want to go over one more time. creating an auto ship order along with the initial order is important. You can make it no big deal by putting a canister of shake in your auto ship and moving on. Or, you know, if they're like, I have a 6-month plan where I need to get to my goal, then say, okay, well, we can put the system that you're signing up with today, we can put that in your auto ship as well.
Customizable 30 days.
So there's no like right or wrong answer. There's just put a product in there rather than a donation. Definitely, if you want to donate, that's fine too. But the whole point is here we're talking about business. So put the products in there, and you know that could range from one product to a full system. Okay, so keep that in mind, guys. It depends on the person's goals. It depends on their needs and their budget.
Everything. So you're still having these conversations with them. You never leave them hanging. You're still giving the best customer service that you can to them, and you're helping and you're guiding them. So just as long as you're making them feel like you're still with them every step of the way, whether they choose customer service or whether you're manually enrolling them or they're using the website, please stay next to them, because I promise they're going to text you and go, I'm at this, what do I do? And then you're going to guide them through that, okay? So don't leave them hanging. Make sure that you're right there with them and make them feel like and let them know that you're right there with them if they have any questions, okay?
Hey guys, 1 second here. I saw somebody ask about the price points. Again, I'm going to go ahead and walk you through it step by step. It's super easy. Okay, so you go to your back office.
I've never heard of donation as auto ship.
Well, yeah, that's good. Thank goodness. Then
you were taught right.
You're doing it right, and your upline's doing it right. So, so to change your auto ship,
go to your.
Wait, what? To change your. What are we talking about?
Price points.
Oh, price points.
Okay, so go to your back office and click under orders.
Wait, hold on.
No, sorry.
Go to your back office and go click under resources. You'll see the drop-down menu. Go to manage my website. Once you click on manage my website, it'll take you to all the options of your website. Scroll down
about halfway,
about midway through the page, just under your personal information where you put your name, number, email. It'll say price points right there. It'll say on and off. Just click off. It should be grayed out. It should be highlighted in a dark gray, and then that's when you know they're off. Scroll all the way down, hit save, and you are good to go. Okay? So resources, manage my website, scroll down under your personal information on the right side, you'll see price points, click off, scroll all the way down, hit save, and
yes, I do. Yes, I have my website remain in that way, so there's no price points or price showing on my website. I never want price to show on my website. I just want the product, and besides, they're really not on your website looking around anyway. The only thing they're in there for is to hit that sign up and save green button, so they can go straight into their own back office and sign up.
So this is important, guys. When we're talking about using the website, they are beyond the point of questioning whether they're going to start based on price. They already know they're ready to go. What do I do next? That's why price doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You already had the discussion. It's already been settled. It's all been figured out. They go to your website so that they can enroll themselves through your website.
That is the only reason why they have your website, is just to enroll. It's for nothing else. They're not back there looking at the videos. They're not back there looking at other stuff.
Other packs or different prices of other stuff.
It's just to enroll. That's the only reason why.
So that's why we turn price points off, because it doesn't matter. If you set it up correctly.
They won't see price at all. Exactly. They will not see price at all in the beginning, the initial beginning of the website. They will see prices once they enter their information and enter their own back office. Then they'll see the price, yes.
Yeah, when they enroll themselves, of course they'll see the price, and they'll confirm, they'll enter the credit card, the whole nine. So.
Yes, the sign up and save begins the back office immediately, where they start to enroll and put all their information in, their social security,
they actually put
address,
a username and password there too. So this is when they're creating their own account. That's why we do it.
Yes, you can use iSomeMovies if you like, but they're not back there to go back there and look at that. Okay, because you're using the product page to show them the videos, right?
So this is simply using the website, using your personal website that was given to you when you enrolled to enroll somebody else, and that will be the tool that they use to enroll themselves. This is all that it is.
So this is really important, so please make sure you have written this down, because this is the part that needs to be duplicated for you and your team. If you fail to say these words, it won't work. You need to be saying these words. Say yes to auto ship. you have 100% complete control. Nothing is permanent. This saves you money on the initial order. This has to be said because this is what's duplicatable. Please say yes to auto ship. You have 100% complete control. Nothing's permanent, plus this saves you money on your initial order. And if you want to take it even further to the next step, remember every Monday we teach about the 10% formula, where 10% of your revenue, not your paycheck, because a paycheck is an employee mindset, you do own your own business, so every Monday when we get paid, it is revenue. 10% will go to self-development, 10% of your earnings will go to business investment, 10% will go to taxes, and another 10% will go to a savings or like a fund me, or what is it?
Freedom fund.
Freedom fund.
Yeah.
But 10% will go to business investment. So if you'd like, since you already have your account set up, you can help your person get set up and say, hey, I'd love to gift you a way to pay for membership and shipping and handling. Would you allow me to gift you help in that area? And then you can reimburse them for shipping and handling and perhaps maybe membership. So with that 10% freedom fund, or I'm sorry, 10% business investment fund, you can help somebody get started. And what a beautiful gift to give back to people, to help people get started. Because remember, we're not just in a health crisis, we are in a financial crisis. So please help people get set up by gifting them a way to pay for shipping and handling and maybe their membership fee.
So
okay?
Real quick, just a little clarification on the 10% she just went over. The taxes is not a hard and fast rule, 10%.
Oh, sorry, yes.
So keep that in mind. That's based on how much income you make. That will change. That is not included in the 10% formula. So that's just a little clarification to put out that disclaimer.
Please help.
So,
okay. What other questions do you have? Has this been helpful? I hope it has.
Yeah, it's worked for us every time, guys, except for the 2 times that we didn't use it out of necessity. But
okay.
It makes your experience with this company so much better because it shows you how your time will be leveraged almost automatically as soon as you start using this.
We don't get objections with Social Security. We don't get objections with auto ship ever.
It's because it's in their court. They put their social in there. We have nothing to do with it. They choose the auto ship. We have nothing to do with it other than what we tell them that it's going to be beneficial for them. So it's always in their court. They have the power the whole time. They're choosing their products. We just guided them to the best solution for their needs, and then from there, they have an incredible nutritional experience.
And when you offer a gift of helping them get started, I promise you won't have any additional objections of them saying yes to auto ship and all that. Mm-hmm. It's just automatic because they want you to help them. They love the gift of you helping them. They'll go, yeah. So plus, who doesn't love to save money on their initial order? Come on, hello. Everybody loves to save money, and you can even say that when you're texting them. Who doesn't love to save money? Yay, save money. Save more money. So it must have been something about the right and left side. Can you go over that one more time, please? Yes, we will. Somebody also asked about the 10% formula. We will go over that tomorrow. We always go over the 10% formula on Mondays. So stay tuned and watch tomorrow's episode about the 10% formula, because that is truly about how to set yourself up as a profitable business owner. You need to be paying yourself first, because when you get revenue, when you get paid on Mondays, you don't want to go off and get your nails done. You don't want to go buy a pair of shoes first or go pay your bills first. You pay yourself first. Entrepreneurs pay themselves first, and they can do that with a simple 10% formula by setting aside every single time you get paid as an entrepreneur. 10% will go into a freedom fund or savings account. 10% will go into business investment account. 10% will go into personal development, such as books and trainings and seminars and webinars and those kinds of things. Because some of you didn't go to Celebration because you couldn't afford it, but now we're teaching you that you can afford it if you start the 10% formula now. And then you need to set aside for taxes. But the 10% business investment is to help you help your team get started. Please invest into your team. So what was the other question? Had to do left and right?
Left and right. So it is your responsibility when you're using the website. When somebody enrolls going through your website, you need to make sure they're either on the left side or the right side, and this is your responsibility to keep track of this.
So you need to manipulate the computer to do this, and how you do that is go into your back office. At the very top, hit My Account. Scroll down until you see Placement and Compensation, and there will be an Edit button.
It's on the right side.
This will help you manipulate the computer whether to put somebody on your right sales team or left sales team. I did not say minor or major. I said left or right.
So just choose the drop down that applies to your positioning of your new associate and then hit save.
And please remember, your homework is to teach about coffee. It's a $42 billion industry. Coffee, $42 billion. So teach about coffee today in the product page. Whether you drink it or not, just teach about it. It's a beautiful thing. What other questions do we have?
Why bother to turn off price points if no one is looking at the site?
Because the prices go, ah! It's a
psychological thing.
Psychological.
Yep. And if you're talking about placing, do we choose the placing with each individual that we enroll? Yes, we go back and forth, left, right, left, right, left, right. But we know when they're going to enroll because they told us. Okay.
I'm not sure what that question. I couldn't read it fast enough. Building tree for others recommended? No.
I don't know what that means. If you mean stacking people under other people,
ever stack.
You never stack people.
Never take one of your personally your personal prospects and stack them under somebody else. You'll miss out on so many executive matches. Please do not ever do that.
Guys, a personal prospect of yours, if you stack them under somebody, meaning you personally enroll them under somebody else so that they can rank advance.
Do not.
If that person blows up the business and rocks it out, you just lost on $75,000 on executive bonuses for the year. Okay, guys. So
ever stack.
There's no reason to stack people to help other people rank advance. There's only the reason to help your personal prospects to grow their own businesses in the natural way. So if it takes you a little longer to set up a good foundation, it's worth it because you're not in it for 6 months. You're in it for 60 years. So think about it like that.
Where do you place someone you're not married to but are working the biz daily? Well, Paul and I are not married, right? So we work under my business center, and he kind of goes obsolete, or he kind of goes incognito, if you will. Okay, we don't work on one business center. Please put family all on the same side. Placing your spouse. What other questions do we have? I know you'll have a million questions. Please ask. Well, this is why we're here. And as always, please always check with your upline and your leaders as well.
I know some of you have asked the questions multiple times, but we haven't seen them.
My hubby is obsolete too, yes. We'll reopen up his business center later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we see your post about price and pack options?
That would be the one that we have in our product page is exclusive to our product page. So,
but you can make your own up. Somebody made it up for us.
They just made it up. So choosing the most popular packs, breaking it down on a daily cost basis, showing what's in it and how it can benefit them is how it's structured.
Yeah.
So
it's really not hard to make that post at all.
So for example, the 30-day starter packs are $10 a day. They include this. They're helpful for this, and that kind of a breakdown.
Are y'all excited about the photo reading, the speed reading? Isn't that so cool? 30 books in 30 days. I'm actually mind blown. I'm actually really excited about doing this. Yes, spouses and family on team. No, not necessarily on the team leg. Just put them on the same side, please. Yeah.
Why family on the same side? So everyone can benefit from your family's efforts. So sign up together. If you don't share income, I didn't see that.
Okay, let's kind of wrap this up.
Keep dropping away too quick. Sorry, guys.
It is a beautiful Sunday. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Do you post about events in the biz page only? Yes, I do. Only events in the biz page, and it's really, really important. It's important. Events are game changers. Please get to events. That's why we have the 10% business investment fund.
Guys, the events we're talking about are the ones that would be relevant to the ones that go on the business page are the ones that are relevant to the people that are familiar with the business. The events that you would post maybe on your personal page or
opportunity meetings
in other places are opportunity meetings for people to get more information. That's a whole different story, so keep that in mind. So I hope, I know we've gone over a few things today, the photo reading, the back office enrollment, the website enrollment rather, and
oh yeah,
can't wait.
I think we're going to be on the road to go to Miami probably this week. We need to get there ASAP, and so you're going to be with us probably. I think we're going to drive. I'm not sure we're going to fly because I got to bring my schnauzer with me. So we'll find out. We'll keep you posted what we're doing exactly. So anyway, let's wrap this up. Have a beautiful Sunday. Many, many blessings to each and every one of you. And tomorrow we'll go over the 10% formula and some other goody stuff. So please get your team on our Periscope episodes. So thank you so much for supporting us, and we want nothing more than for you to live the most extraordinary life.
Always free from physical and financial pain.
So join us on our mission.
Because it's a stone cold fact.
We do. We've got a better way. Now let's go tell the world. We love you guys. Thanks.
See you guys. Thanks for hanging on.